play the game. No, I have to run away. Yeah. Make it to Bay. Then I know that I'll be safe for the day. We're just cops and robbers, running down the street. We're just cops and robbers. Who will see their family? We're just cops and robbers, running down the street. We're just cops and robbers. Who will see their family tonight? Tonight we play the game. You know I have to chase you. Ooh. Can't escape. Only rules can break you. Tonight we're just cops and robbers, running down the street. We're just cops and robbers. Who will see their family? We're just cops and robbers, running down the street. We're just cops and robbers. Who will see their family? We're just cops and robbers, running down the street. We're just cops and robbers. Who will see their family tonight? Tonight. Tonight. All right, guys, we are back with another episode. Yes, this is your boy Bo, but I'm a little sick, but the show must go on regardless. If I'm sounding extra R&B track for you guys, yeah, I've been let's see. No, so about right here, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Hey, girl, you know I've been watching you for a long time. Yeah, so even though my voice is extra R&B, I got the R&B 90s R&B turned up. So the R&B app is cranked up. So regardless of that, we're going forward. We're brought to you by Butch Howes, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, LLC of Charleston, West Virginia. Okay. West Virginia's largest Brazilian black belt instruction, period. You can't get any black belt instruction in West Virginia unless you come to Butch Howes, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, LLC of Charleston. You come down, you can train. Now we're training jiu-jitsu and we're adding more and more stuff. Me personally, I want to like get into some Krav Maga. We also have some kickboxing type stuff, because if your opponent, let's say he's in basic boxing stance and he's right-handed, right? So that means that the right hand is forward, the left hand is back a little bit, so he can, come up with the jab. He can come up with the right jab and all of that stuff. Well, it opens him up for kicks. So if you're in a southpaw, or even if you're on a right hand stance, but you're able to throw those left kicks pretty high, I mean, it's open, it's wide open. Crow, bam, and it's not going to be good from there. So step up your kickboxing, even your Krav. Definitely keep that jiu-jitsu strong at advancedbkj.com. That's advancedbkj.com. You can also go to Bo Miles and click on the sponsors, and you'll see Butch Howes and his family up there. And you click there, it'll take you right there. So some of you guys are doing that, and I want to thank you for supporting me. We're also brought to you by Bo Knows Music. Get quality online music lessons. Like this episode that we're going to be doing today, I'm going to continue with my urban folk music. So I kicked it off with Cops and Robbers, a song that I wrote here on the show. We're going to write 2 more songs today on this one. And that's going to go towards the album, which will be Urban Folk. And I have a name for it, but I'm just kind of going to let it play around, for a little bit before I actually get into the bread and butter. But anyway, you can learn the stuff that I'm doing here, and I'm still not really good on the guitar, but just a little bit, that's all that matters. As long as you can do what you want to do, as far as playing, making songs, writing songs, that's all you need. So even on the piano, if for some of you guys, hey, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Those of you who want to do more with your instrument, definitely pursue that. But as you can see with the guitar, I have enough to where I can get a shell of an idea. So get all of your music lessons. And right now we have it free, and I'm working on some crazy stuff. Like I cannot wait until it's done. I think I have maybe the first couple lessons done, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm guessing just right now I'm going to put a few of them up, and then until I get the whole collection, and then just kind of push it that way. But those first few lessons anyway, like what I have up now, is free. So you get diatonic chords, you get the vegetable, and the vegetable of, of chords, or I'm not even sure how I word it, but all in all, this is like the vegetables of the most nutrition for your playing. I already have that course up there now, and it's just going to enrich your playing no matter what level you are. Just sticking through and learning all of these, chords, and it's just the basic chords. I want to say that it's like 60, maybe 64 or whatever, so you got that. You got your diatonic, which teaches you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, add chords to all of those numbers. You don't know what I'm talking about. Go to Bo Knows Music, and I explain it, I show you, and it's all free. We're also brought to you by Weebly.com. Go there, create your website, build your online presence so that people can come and just be a part of whatever you're doing, whether it's real estate, whether it's photography, whether it's toys. You got yourself a new 3D printer. Woohoo! You went to eBay, got your 3D printer. Now you go to bowmiles.com, click on the Weebly link, start you up a website, and start making things and selling it to people. Start making money. Quit your job. You hate your job. You hate your job. Your spouse knows you hate your job. Your kids know you hate your job. You know you hate your job. Your boss knows you hate your job. Everybody know you hate your job. Go to Weebly and start working on something that you love so that you can do this every day. Every day. Every day I'm hustling, hustling, hustling. Do, 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 do. Every day I'm hustling. Anyway, so go to bowmiles.com, click on the Weebly link, start your website today for free. You don't even have to pay. You don't have to pay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So, I believe that's it. So, we have start up your website, go to Bow Miles, click on the Weebly link, and get started today. All right. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and cue the muse.
Let me introduce you to Bow Miles, a unique and likable guy. Everyday life, friends and family makes up the artistry.
All right, so there we have it. The artistry of we're back at it again. We're not stopping, but I have to set up this. You always gotta, there we go. You gotta tune your stuff, G, B, B, E. So let's do it again. E, E, A, D, G, B. We got that high E. So it's not perfect, but it'll do for now. Like I said, I want to finish out this urban folk music, And while I was driving to work one day, I was listening to your traditional folk singer, right? And, it was just fresh. They had some fresh stuff, really fresh ideas. And it was like, wow, like that's what I need to do. I need to get to that. You guys, I love R&B music. I love love songs, right? Just like Smokey Robinson. He loved love songs as well. The happy ones, sad. And I do as well. But, I want to get away from that, and just kind of do some stuff different. Like, one thing about me is if people are doing something, then I like to move away from it. So back in the day, like I was on my photography, but once everybody became photographers, it was like, I'm all right. Let them do that, Let people get in there and create and hey, make some good stuff. I like my stuff as well, but I like to do things when I'm inspired to do them. And, and this is where I am now with this urban folk music because, like, I would like to hear it. That's really the reason why I do things is because I can't hear it. And I'm sure there's some, urban folk music out there. But just like with mine, hey, you might not know about it, right? So here I'm out here doing it. I'm out here writing these songs, but you might not even know about Bo and the urban movement. It could change, So I was trying to come up with some ideas of what could I call it, And I was thinking like we got Affrilachian, which is a playoff for Appalachia. Appalachian for the Appalachian Mountains, which is west of Maryland. And it goes all the way down to the south, right? If you look on the map, you see the East Coast of the United States, moving towards California. If you're looking at a map, it'll probably be like an inch from the East Coast, and you'll see the Appalachian Mountains. And people, they call themselves Appalachian. Well, the black experience, and I didn't coin the term Affrilachian, but there was a poet in Kentucky who coined it, and he actually came to state. I want to say he came to state, but there was an artist, Carlos, who put me on. He was like, "Yeah, man, this is Affrilachian." Man, he had some really good artwork, and I felt inspired by that. So I started eventually, once I, was on my photography game, I started taking pictures, and I even came up with like musical compositions, all in the vein of Affrilachian. Well, we speed up now, and I'm trying to think like, all right, what do I want, for this music? What could I call it? And I was thinking Affrilachian, but I can't because these songs are based in Baltimore. Like these songs come from Baltimore, right? But they come from, like, they're looking back at Baltimore from this Appalachian view, So the music, I would say, I don't know really what, I can't say it's Affrilachian or Appalachian because I don't listen to that music too much. I listen to it like on NPR type stuff, but I don't know how close to it that, they would say. Like if you're an Appalachian folk singer, you listen to my stuff, if you would say like, yeah, that definitely sounds like it. You know what I mean? So I don't know that, but I do know that that I like it. So, it doesn't matter what type of category you can throw it in or whatever. The only thing that matters is that I like the music, and that I tell the stories. I tell the Baltimore stories, because that's where I grew up. That's where I'm from. So listening, a few changes that you probably can tell on that Cops and Robbers is I went back to the original, right? So we got the chorus. We're just cops and robbers. Right now, I'm not gonna try to sing it high like that because I can't. Like I said, I'm on my R&B app right now, so so let's go. We're just cops and robbers, running through the streets, right? So, and then I go to the other one and I sing both of them. We're just cops and robbers, running through the streets, right? So I use both of them because, like, when I was writing the song, I forgot that part. We're just cops and robbers. So I forgot it, and then I just had to go with the second one. Well, I listened to the episode, and I was like, oh, all right, that's what it was. So, I was able to recover it. Now, most of your songs, your melodies, you'll just have the one melody. So, traditionally, once you have a melody, so if we say that it's going to be, we're just cops and robbers, through the street. We're just cops and robbers who will see their family. And it would just repeat, you know. We're just cops. But I like those two melodies. And like, hey, I mean, what's gonna stop? What is why do we have to follow tradition? You know, there's nothing that says that this is the way that it's been done for millions of years, so we have to do it that way. No. So we're gonna put both of them in there. So for the first part, when I sing it, we're just cops and robbers. Yeah. Running down the streets. And then when I sing it again, we're just cops and robbers. So that's the first thing that you notice. And then while I was singing it, I was thinking like, hey, I want to add more. So, you know, I start off with, we played the game. You know, I have to run away, make it to base. Then I know that I'll be safe, right? And like, hey, I might as well just go ahead and add another little thing in there, you know. And it's all about the story. Like, that's the thing about folk music that I like. It's all about the story, you know. And so I'm going to develop that probably outside of the podcast, just because, I mean, hey, I could do it on air. And so I might still do that, but I want to get these other ideas down before I lose them. So let's see. Again, we have our basic chords, which, yeah, I have a couple chords that I, you know, like some other stuff that I've been learning. You know, but I haven't really tried to play around with them. And yeah, so my goal is definitely keep me away from that Prince, you know, because Prince, he'll climb up there. I mean, he'll be deep like this, and then, you know, he'll go up. So I can't do that. But back to our urban folk music. Let's go. So we have. Now this one, I was thinking so the first one was what? Cops and robbers. Now I want to do a song about the hub of my youth, you know, like the go-to place. This is the place where we used to all hang out. It was the corner. Eventually it became North and Bond, right? So North Avenue and Bond Street. Eventually it became that. But you know, I want to say it was Dallas and Lafayette, you know. That was there, you know. That's really where we used to hang out, like back in those early days, because I moved there when I was in the 5th grade. And I mean, I just remember it because we used to live with my great-grandmother. So this is my grandmother's mother on Caroline Street. We lived there probably when I was in the first. We moved there when I was like in the 1st grade. And we moved from Cherry Hill. So I was in Cherry Hill living with my grandmother and just family. Like, I just remember all my cousins and my aunts, you know, like I just remember them. So I don't even remember if I lived by myself with my mom. I just remember everybody around. So just my memory, I just group everybody together. and eventually we moved from there. I don't even know what happened, but eventually we moved from there, and we moved with my great grandmother, and we just call it Grandma. Grandma Mary Lee, and she had maybe seven kids, or yeah, I want to say it was probably 7 of them, and I know 2 of them got taken away because they were lighter, like they were extremely lighter than she was. So they took 2 of her kids away from her, and that's weird. Like, just saying a story now and listening, like, that just doesn't even make sense. But I guess they was like, hey, how did you have light kids? Or maybe these aren't your kids, or who knows? I would definitely like to look into that. There's so much stuff that needs to be looked into, but families are so secretive that so much stuff gets lost. So we moved with her, and my uncle, 2 of my uncles lived there as well, because she lived in like a three-story home. So we had the second floor. She was on the first floor. We was on the second floor. One of my uncles was on the 3rd floor, and then my other uncle was in the basement. And this is huge, right? Like it was like an apartment. It's like an apartment building. But so you kind of think of like those Harlem buildings. We all see them in the movies, like Do the Right Thing, or any type of movie in New York or Harlem, and they show those like big homes, those row homes. So we moved there first grade, because that's when I transferred and went to 250. Right, it was during that time. So we, was at 250, first grade, lived with my great grandmother, and then eventually 5th grade we moved to our own place on Dallas Street. And I just remember walking, like getting there, my mom like, yeah, this is our place. I mean, it was just so clean, because our place on Caroline Street was dirty. I mean, it was just dirty. I remember just being in there and just like, man, this is dirty. I didn't even sleep in my room. I slept with my parents in their room, but their room was huge. It was like an apartment. And so they had a bed, they had a couch, like a huge master bedroom. And I remember, so I slept in there. I didn't even sleep in my room because I was afraid of the dark. So once we got to 5th, it was the end of the 5th grade year, because I remember it was this girl. She felt like I killed her cats, because we found some kittens in the yard or whatever. And we were just playing with the kittens or whatever, but she didn't find her cat. It was a full-grown cat, And like, I remember she used to terrorize me. You killed my cat. You killed my cat. Like, I'm trying to tell her, no, it wasn't a cat. It was kittens, and they're okay. These kittens, they're all right. Yeah, we played with them, but, I'm sure their mom didn't sense like, oh, man, these are someone else's kittens. Nah, the mom took care of her kittens. But because this girl never found her cat, so she was terrorizing me, right? Eventually, we moved to our new neighborhood, Dallas Street, still East Baltimore. And the house was just so clean. It was a new home, fresh paint. It was, maybe, I don't know if it was a 1 or 2 bedroom. It could have even been a 3 bedroom. That's just how crazy it is, your memory. Because you figure the only room that I was dealing with is my room. Then you had my parents' room, which I wasn't in there as much because I had my Super Nintendo. I had my bedroom set. So I had bunk beds, So I was good. I wasn't worried. about the dark or anything, you know. So, and we had a bunch of kids at the foot of the neighborhood. So you walking up to my neighborhood, you had to walk through a gang of kids, and my dad was a coach, so they all knew him. You know, they all knew him. Hey, Mr. Brown. Hey, Mr. Brown. Like, yo, is Bo coming out? When it was kind of like that, but at the same time, like I still was like, yo, you know, still a little hesitant. Like I didn't play with them, but they didn't like harass me. I would walk, just leave the neighborhood, just go to a couple cousins' houses, you know, and then come back. And they would be hanging at the foot, you know, Dallas and Lafayette. That's where they were. I wasn't a part of them yet. And I would sit outside on my steps and look down. You could just see them having fun. And it's like, man, you know, like I don't know them, but hey, they seem pretty cool. And sixth grade, I don't think I was hanging with them. Nah. So I wasn't even hanging with them then. So sixth grade comes, and one of the bullies, a bully in my neighborhood, like a huge like dude was like his bullying just spread real far. Like whenever we were together, his name is Gerard, and I don't think he's, you know, dead. Or last I heard he, you know, cleaned up and he kind of, you know, found the error in his ways. But yeah, he was a huge bully in my neighborhood, and it just stretched block after block. No matter where we were, it was like, yo, Gerard, like kids would scatter. He was like the Freddy Krueger of my neighborhood, Gerard. And he moved next door to me. So like when we were young, like he probably moved, I was like 11, right? When he moved into the neighborhood. Now I already knew about it. Like I knew him already earlier, probably, 7, 7 or 8. Like I don't even know. But he smacked me. I was probably like 7. He smacked me, pow, and and I probably was crying, or maybe my eyes were red or whatever. My brother Larry, like yo, why you crying? Like, you know, like, yo, what's wrong? I'm like, yo, he smacked me, like Gerard smacked me. He was like, what? You know, like my brother Larry was right there. You know, this is a hood brother, right? In the hood, you just get appointed brothers. That's how it is. That's how it was, like when I was coming up, you know. So we wasn't blood, but he took care of me like blood. He treated me like blood all the way up, you know. So like I always had respect for him. That's my big brother. Like that's my brother. So, you know, he like, yo, he smacked you. He was like, yo, man, he was like, yo, why you smack my brother, man? Don't never touch my brother. So Gerard like, yo, what's up? You know, I'll smack you. So they square up, and Gerard swing on him. My brother duck. He ducks the swing, grabs him, slams Gerard on his head, you know, gets on top, just giving him that work. Bloop, 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 bloop. It's looking like a Tyson's Punch Out. You know, we got my brother is Lil Mac, just getting, and Gerard is Glass Joe. Just getting that work put on him. And eventually, you know, he's in our neighborhood. So, but they didn't jump him. They didn't bank him. My brother just, you know, cleaned him up a little bit. It's like, yo, man, don't touch my brother, man. What's wrong with you? And so I knew, you know, so I knew Gerard. And once he moved next door to me, 4 or 5 years later, who knows, it was like, oh man, you know. But he didn't mess with the guys at the corner either, right? He didn't really mess with him. They knew him. Everybody knew him, but he didn't mess with them. So he would like, yo, Bo, let's go, man. Let's go walk with me or whatever. And I remember I would go and take walks with him, and I'd just be terrified. Like, oh man, I do not want to walk with this guy. Like, I do not want to walk with him. Like, I don't. and each time we go into these neighborhoods, I mean, it'd be like 15 kids, and they would just be running. Like, they would be running. Maybe they try to go get their big brother or whatever. But Gerard, like, he just wasn't afraid, Go get your big brother. Like, yo, it's whatever, man. Of course, the language was a little bit different. We used the N-word a lot. So whenever I say man, or just, you always got to preface it with the N, and end it with the N. So we, that was our language. So you got Gerard, and then eventually he gets into a fight with the guys at the in our neighborhood, and I don't know if one of them cleaned him up or not. I think he probably did, because these guys were rough, and they eventually, like, most of them would go further down the street and create a really big gang in our neighborhood, just a money making gang, whereas all the other ones, we were more just kid gangs, right? We called ourselves, like I said, you got North and Bond, but we weren't making money. Like, we weren't selling drugs. But these guys, who was, my neighborhood, Dallas and Lafayette, they went on Dallas and Federal. They became Fed and Dead, and just notorious, making money, right? Just with the drugs, and that's really all that we were into. And they were young guys. I mean, probably 2 or 3 years older than me, So you figure if I'm 12, they're like 16, right? It wasn't even like they're in their 20s. They're still teenagers, but they was making money, and they had the drugs. So eventually, they got notoriety, right? So Gerard gets into a fight. He moves out of the neighborhood, like, soon. Like, if he got into a fight on a Friday, by next Friday he was, like, I want to say even sooner than that. If he got into a fight on Friday, by Tuesday, it was like a funeral. Like, by Tuesday, dude was gone. His family had moved, right? So I just thinking about the home ownership and moving now, like, that's a process. You could be in a house, you trying to move, you could be a year. Nah, not in the hood. 2 days, a day, it's like, boom, you die. Okay, funeral's 3 days later. So that's how it was. He was gone. And, I'm like, man, these guys, man, they going to be after me because I hang with this dude, not by my own will. I'm bullied too. I'm forced to, I don't want to hang with them. And I'm thinking, like, man, they coming after me. So one of the dudes was like, yo, Bo, what's up? Like, in a friendly gesture. So it wasn't like, I knew that it wasn't nothing bad. And it's like, yo, what's up, man? Yo, come on out, man. So, boom, started hanging, and that's where everything kicks off, right? Just everything happened on that corner, like, everything, just all my memories as a kid, scuffles, fights, drugs, girls, just my education. Like, that corner became my university. That was my safe place. I felt safe. Like, if I was outside of the neighborhood, once I got to to Lafayette and Dallas, man, I'm good. Like, I'm safe. You figure even walking, we had 2 alleyways because you walk up from Lafayette and you get into Dallas, right? So if you're in Dallas and Lafayette, you walking up Dallas, before you even get to the homes, you got like a little dark alleyway. Even that, like, yo, man, no goons not in there. They not hiding out in there. Like, it was just a safe place. Like, I just felt safe. Once you got to that corner, it was boom. I was safe. I could just chill. We had a payphone. We used to make prank calls. We used to even do there was a trick. I can't even remember what the trick was, but I'm not sure what the number was. But you just call it and be like, this phone ate my quarter. So then they give you credit. You can just make a call. So we was on that. You can call people, and then eventually you get the number to it. You give people that number. They can call you, and you know, they be like, yo, is Joey there? Like, yo, I don't know no Joeys around here. Like, you know, but we was the dominant factor around there, right? And that was the place, the corner, right? That was the university. That's where all the learning happened, all the hood learning, whatever it was, no matter what the subject, hood subjects. So that's what this song is going to be about. This song is going to be, you know, about the corner. So, let's get started. Let's see what we got here. And remember, I had to pick up my pen, but I like melody, right? I like melody before words. So melody and just the phrasing of the melody. And then after I get that, then I'll get my words together and, you know, figure it out from there. So we have, ba da 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 da. So down at the corner where I learned to, who knows what I learned, but we'll write it down. So down at the corner where I learned to mill. Let me see. Down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. So, down at the corner where I learned to hold my will, right? So, all right. So, we got down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. Now I'm gonna kind of take my time with this now, without rushing, because this is a real song. But only thing is, I'm gonna speak out loud so that way it's not just quiet, because normally I would just in my head kind of go over it. So down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. What else could I do? Because I want to keep will. It's just because will is who you are. This is your mental power, and you don't want to break it. So where I learned to build my will or strengthen my will, fortify my will. And see, once we talk about words, remember, words are important. And for songs, we want it simple so that people can learn it, So, Hold My Will is still, holding it. And especially to learn to hold it means that it's being taken from you. It's being pushed. It's being broken, and it's strengthening. So if you got to learn to hold, that means that in order to learn to hold something, it has to be knocked out of your hand, right? So that's the whole idea of learn to hold my will. But let's see if I can get something a little bit better, but still ending on will. Down in the corner where I learn to keep my will, learn to down at the corner where I learn to keep my will. Yeah, I guess I could keep. Let me try to hold. Let me see. Down at the corner where I learn to keep my will. Down at the corner where I learn to hold my will. It's up for grabs. Let's throw the music in there. See what it sounds like. Down at the corner where I learn to hold my will. Down at the corner where I learn to rob and kill. Alright, so, yeah. Down at the corner is where I learn to rob and kill. So yeah, that'll be the next line that we got. So this part will be kind of easy because we're using the same word. So down at the corner, but I have is where on the second time is where I learned to rob and kill. Learned to rob and kill. All right, let's see. Let's kind of put it together because I might keep the is in there. I might not. Let's try it. All right. All right. Down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. Down at the corner where I learned to rob and kill. So I'm not going to put the is in there, so let's just scratch that out. Alright, so down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. Down at the corner where I learned to rob and kill. So don't you let's see what we're going to write about that part. So I like that melody though. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Okay, so we're talking about what? Down at the corner, okay, is where I'm learning some stuff. And Hold my wheel down at the corner where I learned to rob and kill. So don't you ever come and try to take away from me. Don't you ever come and disrespect here to me. Alright, so don't you ever come and disrespect what's dear to me. Yeah, because, I mean, it's all about respect. I keep dropping this pen. But, you know, that's a big theme growing up. Was respect. I mean, that just it's an obtuse word, right? Respect, like, what does that mean? But it's a lot of emphasis on that, you know. Don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect what I hold dear, and what I hold dear is my reputation, right? So let's write that down. I like it. We'll just run with it. So don't you ever... Did I use disrespect? Don't you ever disrespect. Let me see. Or don't you ever go against one of me. Let me see. Don't you ever disrespect me. I could use disrespect. Don't you ever disrespect me. Go, let me see, or take what's dear to me. Let me see. Don't you ever disrespect me. Take what's dear to me. We'll just write it down. I mean, we might use it, we might not. What the hey, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta just write it down. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash. We'll use trash. I like trash. Trash. What's dear to me? What's dear to me? All right. Let's see, and then we'll keep that same melody. We might add a little embellishment on it to, you know, just to kind of make it different, but still the same. So let's try it out. See what it sounds like. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Alright, so. Alright. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come see. Don't you ever. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come and take one. Let me see. So these are things you should not do, right? You should not disrespect me. Do not try to put down what I believe in, right? Don't try to trash what's dear to me. What else you cannot do? Some of that stuff I can't remember what else. Let's see. We'll just keep singing it and see what comes up. No. And if my voice wasn't as deep right now, I think I could really, something could come, but it'll be all right. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever take what I will see. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come, see, alright, come into my life. Don't you ever come into my life and leave. Let me see. Don't you ever come into my life, where I can't see. Now, that, I like that. Don't you ever come into my life where I can't see. That's more like just snakes, you know. So, don't you ever come into my life where I can't see. Now, rats. That's something. Snakes and rats. Those are the worst. No sympathy. Like, even today, like, I hate a rat, you know. And a rat is not just someone who snitches. Like, if you're not a part of it, you see people doing stuff and you're not with them, hey, you need to. The cops don't do it, no. But we need to snitch on them and snitch on wrongdoers. So, but a snitch and a rat, as far as a rat is a person who's in it, you know, like you are a part of this and you're doing it really to just move, to shift things around. So that's your motive, right? It's not that you don't care. You don't care. Like when you go and rat to the cops or rat to whoever, it's not that you care. It's just that this person is in your way. You want to take over their spot. Like, and I hate a rat. Like I really do. Like I definitely hate a rat. So, and then we got the snakes, so that's where, don't you ever come into my life where I can't see. Meaning that, you know, you're coming in, but you're being deceitful. So let's go with that. I mean, with the hay. All right, so don't you ever come into my life where I can't see. All right, let's try it. Let's hear both things together. All right. Like I said, I'm going to just take my time with this one because like I'm going to use it, you know. Usually I rush through, but like I guess I could fix it off air. So I don't need to torture you guys with the with the full thing. Don't you ever disrespect me trash. And it's all about the way I'm holding the guitar. It's kind of hard. I'm keeping this thing on my knee. It makes it difficult. All right. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see, 'cause that ain't a change. And then I'll get us back to the right. All right, sorry. So let's see. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see, 'cause I can. 'Cause I could. All right, 'cause that could end me. How about that? We'll just run with it. Where? All right, I have to find my pen. 'Cause that could end me, right? All right, we'll just put it on. And that'll be the hook, right? So, 'cause that will end me, right? So yeah, 'cause that will end me, meaning that it's a thin line. I mean, if you lose that, that's it, 'cause that will end me, right? Now, let's see. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see, 'cause I wonder why this mic, like, it's not even, is it the, because it's cutting in and out. All right, so let's see what we have. Don't. All right, let's see. Well, something cut. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash, trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see, 'cause that will end me. Alright, and then just that pause there, and then we'll just go into the, second verse. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. Instead of, so with that, cause that will end me, cause let's repeat it, right? So, don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see. Then we'll go back. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Now it just depends. If I do 3 verses, then I'll just do the chorus once. But if I do 2 verses, then I'll do the chorus twice. So I'm feeling, yeah, just one time for the chorus, and we'll do the verse. We'll just have 3 verses, you know. So right now we have down at the corner where I learned to hold my will, down at the corner where I learned to rob and kill. All right, or rob and steal. Because, yeah, you learn how to kill, but I think those first few lessons, you know, is more robbing and stealing. It's more like, it's not as severe, right? Especially if we're talking about a story of progression. So, rob and steal, meaning that we'll break into your car, but we will rob you as well, you know. If you're walking through the neighborhood, we don't know you. So, yeah, let's change kill to steal. All right. There we go. So, all right. Down at the corner where I learned hold my will. Down at the corner where I learned to rob and steal. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever turn into my life where I can see, 'cause that will end down at the corner where I gave my life. Down at the corner where I asked to be my wife. You see, so yeah, I want to go with wife, just mainly girlfriend, but you know. Or we could do spend my life. Alright, so let's see. Down at the corner where I gave. Now, gave away my life is not death, but we could, this person singing could die. We could save that for the 3rd verse. Especially if we're not repeating, then I can say that there is a 3rd verse. So. What else? But we don't want to give away your life yet. Just on the 2nd verse. And in most operas, usually those stories are tragedies. So I like that in my music, tragedies. So we'll kind of go with that. I think we'll just say now that this person will die. And he seems like a good guy. I mean, it's a good melody. He's saying. It's just a few things that, you know, look, you just follow these rules so that I can live. And this is the reason why I follow these rules. So, I mean, I want to say that he's a good guy. but we gotta give him a girlfriend, give him a wife, hood wife. That means it's not on the books. Down at the corner where I asked you to be my wife. Down at the corner. So I could just keep going back to down at the corner, but down at the corner where I asked to be my wife. Down at the corner where I roam. Oh, I like that. But I just need to get to wife. I don't think I want to do it. Down at the corner where you want to spend your life. Down at the corner where I ask you to be my wife, but don't you ever. Yeah, right. We'll go with that. Why not? So, down at the corner is where. Down at the corner is where you asked me to spend my life. Down at the corner is where I asked you to be my wife. Boom. There we go. All right. So, and see, but then that don't you ever, we'll see. Let's just get this down. So, down at the corner is where you asked me to spend my life. So down. All right, so down at the corner is where you asked me to spend my life. And then down at the corner is where I asked you to be my wife. Corner is where I asked you to be my wife. All right, let's sing it, and then we'll, move on, plow through this thing. Down. Nope. Here we go. Down at the corner where you asked me to spend my life. I might take out me. Down at the corner where I asked you to be my wife. Don't you ever. No, don't you ever disrespect me, trash dear to me. Right, so I think I want to go with something different with that. So this one is going to be a unique song in that there is no chorus per se. There's the melody, but the words change because I don't want to use those same words. I want to put guidelines for this girl or the game or, whatever it may be, which, it could be a girl or it could be just that commitment to the streets, and it's still could be the same thing. So let's see. Let's check it out. And if I can remove some words. Down spend my life. I'm taking out me. Down at the corner where I ask to be my wife. Okay, so down at the corner is where you ask to spend my life. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take out the me. Because really we don't need it. And you, because you asked, you ask something, you're asking, and then I have to spend my life, so clearly you asked me, and then I ask to be my wife. So, I mean, it's my wife, I'm not asking myself. So, yeah, we're going to take out me and you just for the simplicity of the phrase, because, ask me to, nah. It just doesn't flow as smooth as it could flow. So, there we go. Down at the corner where I ask. Wait, it's where you, so. Down at the corner where you ask to spend my life. I can hear Mr. O'Neill saying, read what you see, not what you want it to be. Down at the corner where you ask to spend my life. Down at the corner where I ask to be my wife. So don't you ever give away that belongs. Alright, yeah, there we go. So don't you ever give away. So don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. Don't you ever. Yeah, so we'll go with that, right? Like I said, this is good. It's shaping up good because the door is open. This could be, which I think I like it, meaning just, that commitment to the game. And it's like, look, but commit to me. And on the outside, this could be taken as a girl. Like, look, he's talking to a girl. So, all right. So, don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. So don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. Meaning, which you guys know, you can figure it all out. So don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. Belongs to me. And don't you ever, I could say ever give, yeah, so don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. And don't you ever So we're using commitment. We're using girlfriend to blanket, just the commitment of the game. So, and don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. And don't you ever give and don't you ever have someone to hurt and strong. Alright, so now let's see the don'ts. So don't cheat on me, right? Which, don't give away something that belongs to me, meaning your body. My body belongs to you. Or the game, right? Don't give somebody else this commitment that I'm giving to you. Don't shower them with the fame and the glory and the money. I'm dedicating myself to the streets. What else? Then we have, all right, so you're not giving, meaning loyalty, right? Don't give that. So don't give your body, but don't give your body and loyalty. It's different, right? Let's say you never cheat on me, but you bring me down. You conspire to kill me, right? So that is loyalty, but that's different from, that's like, look, even for a girl, it's saying, hey, you're not just my girlfriend, you're my equal. So let's word it. So don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. And don't you ever talk to my enemies to punish me. Alright, yeah. Don't you ever talk to my enemies to punish me. We'll just write it down. We'll see how it works when we sing. So, and don't you ever talk to my enemies to punish me. We'll see what it sounds like. Alright, now we sing it. See, what does it sound like on the outside? And then we might call it. I don't know. We'll see what time it is. Alright. So, alright, let's take it from, because the second one I kind of lead in is a pickup note. Down at the corner where you asked to spend my life. Down at the corner where I asked to be my wife. So don't you ever give away something that belongs to me. And don't you ever talk to my enemies to punish me, 'cause that will end yeah, why not? So, because that will end me. I like that. So that's what's consistent is the melody, and because that will end me. Well, because that will end, and then I'll repeat it, end, and me. Okay, so let's take it from the top. We'll see. I'm feeling the third verse. Let's just write this third verse. So we know, and now at this point, like a lot of the structure has been laid, so I know that it's gonna start with down at the corner where I gave away. Down at the corner is where. Okay, I have to give something, and then there's a give and take, or there's a take and take. Let me see. Down at the corner where I gave away. Gave away. Where I gave. What did I give? Or I can just start with I lost my life. Down at the corner where I lost my life. Down at the corner where I gave away lost life, strife. Now I'm just trying to figure it out. Now, yeah, I could use the blade, but I could tie it in. But I want to keep it down at the corner. Gave away my life. Down at the corner where I stand with a name. Down at the corner where I lost. Now I could use I lost my knife, meaning I lost the things that protected me. I lost what protected me, so therefore I lost my life, meaning that I could have lost the principles, I could have lost sight of whatever, but whatever was protected me, I lost it, and then in turn, I lost my life. So let's go with that. It's kind of cheesy, but hey, if I need to, I can clean it up later, off the air. So down at the corner where I lost my knife. Down at the corner where or let me see, I gave, because I want to lost. I gave my life, meaning I knew this was a part. I knew this was just a part of what the cycle, So when you're participating in it, you know that it ends in death or jail. So therefore, you're a willing participant in it, So when you die, yeah, it's more of I gave my life to this. I believed in it, and I gave my life, and whether it's jail or death. All right, down at the corner where I lost my life, lost my knife. All right, and then down at the corner where I gave my life. So don't you So don't you ever say that I was fake. Let's see. So don't you ever say that don't you ever say So don't you say what? Don't you ever say that I was weak and not fit to live. Alright, so don't you ever say that I was weak and not fit to live. And don't you ever say that. And don't you ever say that I was weak and not fit to live. We could do that, or we could say, don't you say that I'm an animal, or, stuff like that, because that's what people say when they think about, in the hood. Well, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and I got out of there. Like, oh man, get out of here, man. You didn't pull yourself up. Like, that's the reality of it, is that you didn't. Okay, so don't tell me what I should do. Let me see. So don't you ever say that I should just get out in your way. Oh, see, now I have two different things. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong and got away. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong and got away. How about that? Yeah, we'll just start with that. Whatever I wrote up here, I'm going to exit out. So don't you ever say that don't you ever say that I should just been strong and walked away. So don't you ever say that I should. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong. All right. Don't you ever say that I should have been strong and walked away. Strong and walked away. And don't you ever say that I was weak and not fit to live, 'cause that will end. All right, so let's see. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong and walked away. And don't you ever say if I was. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong and walked away. And don't you ever And don't you ever say if I was strong, I'd be here today. Yeah, why not? Don't you ever say if I was strong. So don't you ever say if I was stronger. Don't you ever say if I was stronger, I'd be here today. Yeah. So don't you ever say if I was stronger, I'd be here today. Be here too. And that, I think that one is good because, you know, people, regardless of where they are, from where they were, you know, like, it is what it is. There's no, well, if you would have did this, if you would have did that, la la la, blah blah blah, then you would, nah, man, it's not that easy. Okay, don't kid yourself. So here, let's just take it. Let's just read it all straight down, and you know, see what it looks like, and we'll call it at that point. This is one. I wanted to get a couple out, but it's late, and you know, it is what it is. I'll definitely. There's more songs to write. I wanna say I wanna do what, maybe 10. Might even be 8. There's no need having 16 songs and 13. I could do like maybe 8 songs, and then release the album. I'll do the whole concert for you guys, and have it up on the site so you can download it. So, all right. So with that in mind, all right, let's try this out. From the top, down at the corner. We'll call it That In Me. I don't know. We'll call it something. I'm not gonna worry about the name of it. Down at the corner where I learned to hold my will. Down at the corner where I learned to rob and steal. Don't you ever disrespect me. Trash was dear to me. Don't you ever come into my life where I can see, 'cause that will end in that I should have just been strong and walk away. And don't you ever say if I was stronger, I'd be here today. 'Cause that will end me. So don't you ever say that I should have been strong and walked away. And don't you ever say that if I was stronger, I'll be here today. Let me see, today. 'Cause they will end. Well, that is it. Now, who knows what that song will be called? But in the meantime, let's hit our sponsors while I set this. While I set that guitar down. Man, I feel like I pulled a muscle or something in my jaw. So that's never good. But it's all right. I think I'll be okay. Remember, so we're brought to you by Butch House, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA. Okay, Charleston's largest black belt Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instruction. And they just hosting kickboxing, boxing, Muay Thai, which isn't the same, but it's not. You have Krav. We're open 7 days a week. Come down to Butch House, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu down on Capitol Street. No, Summers, 410 Summer Street. Open 7 days a week. Usually 6 o'clock p.m. is always a good time, no matter what day. On Sundays, you probably want to come down a little bit earlier. Let's say 1, 2 o'clock, right? You can go to advancedbkj.com, or you can go to Bo Miles, click on sponsors, and you'll see it. And you'll see Butch Howes and his family, a beautiful family, I might add. Click on there, get in touch with them, come down, let them know that your boy Bo Miles been talking about them. He knows because he sponsors. But so that he knows that, hey, this is a good look. And we're gonna have some really awesome things that we're doing now. So we're redesigning some stuff so that you guys, no matter where you are in the world, you can go to Advanced BKJ and just get caught up, really step your game up. Also brought to you by Bo Knows Music, right? For online music lessons, get you caught up, get you knowing your instrument. No matter what the instrument is, you'll be able to take the lessons that you use from Bo Knows Music and apply them to your instrument. And it's a little complicated, but don't worry. Just hang in there, stick in there. Just take it video by video. So go there and take your playing to the next level. Last but not least, we have Weebly. Okay, go to BoMiles.com. Click on the Weebly banner. You can also go to Fidlu. Fidlu wasn't here today, but he was definitely with us in spirit. He's he got a family, got a daughter, he got to go and see, take care of. So we wish him safe travels, and he'll be with us on the next episode. So go to fidlu.com, buy an axe, buy whatever he has up there. Buy that stuff. Support Fid. He doesn't do this for the money. He just does it because he loves it. He loves the bass. He loves being a musician. So show him that you love him. by going to Fidloo. So go to Weebly, or you just go to Bull Miles and click on the Weebly banner and create your website. The same way that Fidloo did, the same way that I did, the same way that my friend Nick, who had to create his portfolio to get out of college, same way he did. So remember the sponsors, and have a good day.